Parker. Now I know your name. Alright.
Yeah, Parker.
Well, my name is Miranda. For those of you who don't know me, I'm on staff here at the church with the worship team.
Hi, Miranda.
Hey, is that Parker? No. There you go. Sorry. Alright, first off, how's everyone's spring break? Woo! Did you get some sleep? Anyone go to your fun? Oh yeah, cool. Did anyone get in trouble? Trey, looking at you. That's a yes. Okay. Hayden, you got in trouble? No. Okay. Well, anyways, I want to share a story from when I was a junior in high school. This was during my spring break. I was hanging out with two of my guy friends, and we went to the. We went to the quarry out in Dominion Valley, back behind like Ronald Reagan. There's like a water quarry out there. Y'all know what a quarry is? It's like where rocks. Okay. Good. When it's filled with water, it just looks like a big swimming pool. But anyways, it's spring break, so we were like, we're gonna do something fun. And we had just seen like Snapchat stories of our friends just there like days before. And you basically like, you go and you just like cliff jump basically. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do that. Anyway, so we went to Ronald Reagan, parked back there, we walked through the trees, sketchy little trail back there. And we got to this 10-foot fence. And it said, no trespassing. So, being the smart kids that we were, we obviously ignored the sign, climbed over the fence, and yeah, it was great. It just made sense, right? Thank you. So anyways, we finally got to the quarry, and man, did it look fun. This is like a 50-foot jump, but suddenly that looked a lot deeper than 50 feet. And the thing about quarries is that you never know what could be under the water. In the sense of like another rock could just be right under the water, or you just don't know how deep or shallow it could be. So, me, being Miranda, I chickened out and I didn't want to do it. But my guy friends, they still did it. So the first one, he jumped, came back up, so he survived, it was cool, but I was like, not feeling it. Second friend, he jumped, they were great, they climbed back up. Before they could even jump back in, we heard that fence unlock and open. We heard like keys jangling, and we heard a walkie-talkie. Like, we're in trouble. And it was the cops, and the cops had come, and basically, long story short, we all got a trespassing violation. I couldn't go on a state park for a year. That includes Long Park. Could not go. But listen, I don't want you to feel bad for me. Okay? First off, my spring break was ruined. Pretty sure my parents had talked to me for a while. Okay. Anyways, I don't want you to feel bad for me because I read that no trespassing sign. I knew that the right thing to do was not to climb the fence, was not to trespass, and I completely ignored it, and I faced the consequences. And so, how many of you know the story of Adam and Eve? Right? God gave them one rule. So let's turn to Genesis 3:3. This is the first slide. Hey. So, but God did say, you must not eat fruit from the tree that is in the middle of the garden, and you must not touch it or you will die. Okay. See, simple. She was in a garden full of trees with fruit, and you could eat from any of those trees except for this one. Like, just don't eat from it. It's so simple, right? But then the serpent, who is Satan in the story, he approaches Eve, and he basically tells her the complete opposite of what God said. You're listening? Just make sure. Pretty good. So that brings us to Genesis 3:5. For God knows when you eat from it, your eyes will be opened, and you'll be like God, knowing good and evil. Whoa. So without even knowing it, Eve had been introduced to evil. Okay, well, what is evil? Evil is the corruption of good. And that leads to our core concept. Core concept, boom. Properly understood, evil implies an objective standard grounded in the character of God. So basically, someone cannot lie if they don't know the truth, right? Someone cannot know what a squiggly line looks like if they don't know what a straight line looks like. And someone cannot know evil if they don't know good, right? There has to be a grounded standard. So, if God created everything and evil exists, did God create evil? No. Evil is not a thing. Evil is a corruption of good. However, God did make evil possible. How? By creating the world and giving humans free will. So that's that. Eve had the free will to either follow evil or listen to God. You know? That brings us to Genesis 3:6, where it says, "When the woman saw that the fruit of the tree was good for food and pleasing to the eye and desirable for gaining wisdom, she took some and ate it. She also gave some to her husband, and he ate it." Boom. Instant gratification. But that didn't last long. Because the scripture continues with God asking them, "Why did you disobey the one rule that I gave you?" One rule. You had all these trees of fruit to eat from, just not this one. The one rule. You disobeyed it. You know, the same way that I read that no trespassing sign, and I was given one rule, and I didn't listen to it. I didn't think too much about the consequences ahead of me until that cop was standing right in front of me. And so, you know, we come face to face with evil every single day. And in the end, it is your decision. It's not your best friend's choice that they made for you. It's not your boyfriend or your girlfriend's choice that they made for you. You have no one to blame for your choices except for yourself. Does that make sense? Your choice, no one else's fault. So here's another example. Look at this dandelion. Dandelion. How do you say it? This is my yard. So cute. Love it. Okay, but how many of y'all? Sorry. Oh my God. How many of y'all grew up like loving these things because you see it and then you can like pick it up and when you like blow it, it's like they all like fly away. It's so cute, right? Oh my gosh. Yeah. Right. Wow. I didn't know y'all loved them that much. Love it. But it was so satisfying. So you kept picking them up and making, you know, you could like make a wish with them, so you kept making more wishes. Well, when we go back to Genesis 3:3, it says, "But God didn't say, 'You must not eat fruit from that tree that is in the middle of the garden, and you must not touch it, or you will die.'" Now, when it says you will die, it doesn't mean physically. It means spiritually. Now, let's go back to the dandelion. How many of you know that a dandelion is it's a weed? Like, it's not good for your grass. Like, it's bad, right? Okay, good. So, imagine you're in a yard or a field full of roses. And God says, just don't pick the dandelion. You can pick any other rose. Don't pick the dandelion. So simple. Just don't pick it. But then you're told that you can make a wish with this dandelion. And you're suddenly stepped into this weed, even though it looks like a beautiful flower. And you know it needs, like you need to get rid of it. You need to get out of your grass. It's not good. So you pick it out. Pick up the dandelion the same way Eve picked the fruit from the tree. Now remember, the verse said, "You must not touch it or you will die." And when you have that dandelion in your hand, you can either throw it away or you can make a wish. The same way Eve had the fruit and she could either throw it away or she could be equal with God. Reality check, you can't actually make a wish with a dandelion. Sorry. But also, reality check, you can't be equal with God. And that's what Eve was told. And this shows just how evil things can easily corrupt you to not do the good thing. So you pick up the dandelion and you make a wish anyways. Because why not? Pick it up, boom. Instant gratification. That gratification only lasted a split second. But nothing bad happened. It was fun. It was so cute. They flew away. So you go to pick up another one. And another one. And another one. Still nothing bad is happening. But what you forgot is that the root to this weed is still in the ground. So a week later, they all grew back. And that evil has made a way back into your life. You only got rid of the surface, not the root. You know, that's what God said. Do not touch it or you will die. It's that temptation of holding it. When you have it in your hand, you have that temptation to be satisfied by it instead of throwing it out like you were planning on doing. Same way, next time you say, what's this one beer going to do? What's this one website going to do? What's this one boy going to do? What's this one picture going to do? What's this one hit going to do? Well, remember that 1 second of gratification is not worth the consequence in the end. Once you allow evil into your life, it'll keep showing up until you take appropriate control to get rid of it. Life isn't easy, so stop trying to find easy ways out. Okay? In order to get rid of that dandelion, you need to use a weed killer. Right? This is how you get rid of it. Simple, but it seems hard when you might have to go out of your way to go buy the weed killer, go back home, have to spread it across your yard. Exhausting. You're lazy. Compared to just picking them up and clearing the surface, like, so hard. Getting rid of evil may not seem easy, but it's still simple to get rid of. Let me say that again. Getting rid of evil may not seem easy, but it's still simple to get rid of. So I just want you to think, what is the dandelion in your life? That seems weird, I know, what? But what is the one thing in your life that is considered evil that you don't need or want in your life? I have to tell you what mine was. Mine was social media. I thought by following everyone, including famous people on like crazy accounts, memes, I love memes, sending memes. I thought that was bringing me joy. Like on social media, it was bringing me joy. And when in reality, it was hurting me. And I didn't even realize it. And so I was just scrolling, I was liking all the pictures, and I was just cleaning the surface, but not getting to the root of the evil of social media. I had realized that I was lowering my self-esteem because I wanted that outfit in that picture. I wanted that love story in that picture. I wanted that figure in that picture. But in the end, I was allowing Satan to tell me who I needed to follow on social media. But can I tell you my biggest pet peeve? I'm going to tell you anyways. When people complain that, so-and-so on Instagram like posts too much, or this person is so full of themselves on Twitter, or I don't like what they post. Well, hey, newsflash, you can unfollow people. Oh, did you know that? You can block people, you can mute them. It's amazing. Hope y'all know about that. It's crazy. But that's your weed killer. You can simply unfollow them, but instead, you'll keep following them and just complain about their posts. Like, what? And that's exactly where I found myself. So one night, I said I had enough of it. I was just hurting myself, so I unfollowed 300 people and accounts on Instagram. 300. That included old friends that I don't talk to anymore, people I had no idea why I was following them. I was like, who are you? Or celebrities who are just not a good influence on me. And it's that simple. Don't make it hard. You have the choice of who you follow and who you don't follow. It's no one else's choice. No one's forcing you to follow an account. No one's forcing you to unfollow an account, if that's the thing. But therefore, social media is not evil. You are allowing evil to enter social media by who you follow. That's simple. So let's go over that core concept again. Properly understood, evil implies an objective standard grounded in the character of God. Therefore, you cannot know evil if you do not know good. There has to be a grounded standard. Therefore, when evil comes into your life, I have standards for you. Zach, everyone here at Park Valley, we have standards for you because we expect so much from y'all. Because we know that you know the truth and what's good. And you have a conscience, so you can, hey, not good, evil. Basically, the more grounded you are in God's truth, the easier it will be to notice when evil enters your life. And then you can just quickly get rid of it instead of getting lost in that mess. Does that make sense? Alright, let's pray. Dear God, thank you so much for tonight and just this opportunity to just play crazy egg hunt games and worship your name, Lord, and also just dive deeper into your word. God, we know that evil is in this life and in this world, and sometimes it can be so tough, and sometimes we don't even know that evil is right in front of us because we're just caught up in this motion. So God, I pray that even for myself, for every student in this room, every leader in this room, Lord, that we can be so on fire for you, that we know your word in and out, that when evil does approach us, we can say, boom, that's evil, don't need that in my life, weed killer, out. And God, we praise you because we know that you are on our side. We know that we can't do this life by ourselves, like we need you. We can't turn to our boyfriend, we can't turn to our girlfriend, we can't rely on social media to tell us who we are or for us to lean on God. So yeah, just thank you for tonight, thank you for your truth. We pray for the bus ride, Chick-fil-A, and the food we're about to eat. God, we love you. In Jesus' name I pray, amen.
Amen.